Alright, so the last video we put up, talking about, I was answering a bunch of fan mail and stuff like that, and looked like an overwhelming request for a show was another budget baller show. So I kind of had my way of going with it, and then I don't know, I'm gonna open this up to you guys really quick. Now I know I said I do a video every single Friday. I'm actually gonna do a request video about the budget baller show first, and then I want to see the direction that everybody wants me to go in with this video. I mean, I have my idea, but I want to find out what yours is. You know, are you looking for you know, quick reviews on entry-level guns, like starting from like 50 bucks up to like $200? Is that what you're really looking for? Or are you looking for upgrades on entry-level guns, you know, salvo, you know, TM4, you know, BT4, I mean, you know, all the entry-level guns, the BT ER3, stuff like that. I mean, are you looking for upgrades? I mean, you know, I'm trying to figure out what direction that people want to go with the Budget Baller show. I will tell you, to reiterate, from the original Budget Baller shows, that I don't think the order in which you should be purchasing products when you first get into paintball has changed. I still think start off with, you know, top quality mask. Why? Rental masks are usually terrible. They're scratched to hell, they fog, they smell, the foam's rotted, it's just bad. You know, when you borrow a mask from the field, it's, you know, it's bad. I mean, I know masks, you know, the fields do their best, but I'm not really interested in inhaling someone else's breath when I put a rental mask on. And if you can see your opponents and you're not fogging and it's comfortable and it feels good on your face, I mean, it's going to make your experience out there that much more pleasurable. So, you know, revisiting one of the original Budget Baller shows, I still think that when you're first getting into paintball, you should start with a top quality mask. Would you like for me to look into and do a review on entry-level masks, starting from, you know, $20 all the way up to 80 bucks, and do that? I still think that after the mask, the next thing to get is going to be the loader. Okay, even if you put this on a rental gun, if they're using vertical feed rental guns, I know some still use the elbows and stuff like that, but at least you get a top quality loader. You're not going to be chopping paint through their guns. So I still think that the loader is the next thing to get. Then of course followed by the tank, because if they're using CO2, at least if you're shooting high pressure air through a rental gun, you're going to get a lot, you know, much more consistent shots. Your gun's going to be a lot more accurate. It's not going to freeze, and you know, the performance gains you're going to get out of using a high pressure tank, even through a rental gun versus CO2, is going to be, you know, night and day. You're going from air pressure, which can vary anywhere from 1800 psi to 400 psi, which is what you get with CO2 depending on how cold it gets or how hot it gets, versus, you know, a tank like this where the output pressure is a consistent 750 or 600 or 500 psi, consistent whatever you have the output pressure set on the tank. You know, you're looking at very consistent metered shots every single time when you use high pressure air. And then once you have all of that, then in my opinion is when you should go and get yourself a gun. Because if you've got a good loader and you've got a good tank, you know, even on a basic gun, even a Spider or an Azodin or an ER3 or even a Tipman, if you've got those basic things, or even a BT4, if you've got a good loader and a good tank, even on an entry-level cheap gun, bottom of the barrel gun, the gun's going to shoot pretty good. Okay, it's going to be consistent, you know, pretty consistent over the chronograph. It's not going to chop paint because it's got a good loader on it. So you know, CO2 and a shake and shoot loader like a VL200 on an Ego, you know, isn't going to shoot as good as a high pressure air and a good loader on a Spider. So I don't think the rules of Budget Baller, you know, or my guidelines of Budget Baller has really changed throughout the years. I still think mask, loader, tank, then gun is the way to go as you're building up your paintball gear bag. But you know, I feel like if I just went into this video without really opening it up to questions, I feel like I'd be missing something. So please post your comments below of what exactly you'd like to see on a Budget Baller show. Now, I'm not going to order all this stuff and get all this stuff in here. Okay, I've already seen everything and stuff like that. I mean, especially with marker bids. I mean, I've touched and shot and played with every single gun on the market. So I might go a little different direction on this just to get the information out there. I may take you through some of the websites that you know, that are lucky enough to sponsor Tech PB, such as ANS Gear, Zephyr Paintball, Paintball Gateway, Critical Paintball, all Shop for Paintball, all great sites. And maybe we'll just go over to their site and I'll just do a little commentary as we go over to their site, talk about some of the products, and then go from there. That was kind of the direction I wanted to go in, but I'm not sure if that's the direction you want to go in. So please leave your comments down below. I'll probably do a follow-up video either on Saturday night or Sunday night, depending on how many comments we get, and let me know exactly what you want to see in the Budget Baller show, and I'll try to take all those comments and pull them into one and then go from there. So that's about it. So let's go ahead and post your comments down below, and we'll answer all of them up in the next 24 to 48 hours. Thank you.